Faster my good evening and welcome to the Max Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Start tonight with some music by a band called Pons Alias from the northeast of England. I'll tell you more about the band and why I'm playing this track after we hear Fire Under the Bridge. So that was a band called Pons Alias. Pons Alias was the name of the Roman fort in Newcastle upon Tyne, which is where these 6 young musicians met and formed the band. I think they've just got the one album out, and that was the title track, Fire Under the Bridge. And the reason I'm playing it, apart from it being a great track, is because hopefully I'll see them play this coming weekend at Saltburn Folk Festival. Saltburn, if you don't know, is on the northeast coast between Middlesbrough and Whitby, and indeed, I was born in the hospital there. I'm sure they're working on the blue plaque as we speak. So it's always nice to go back up that way. And I really enjoyed the festival last year, and so I thought I'd go again. The members of Pons Alias are Jordan Aitken on bagpipes and whistles, flute by Sam Partridge, tenor banjo and mandolin Tom Kimber, percussion by Callum Younger, Bevan Morris on double bass, and Alistair Paul on guitar and bouzouki. And indeed, Alistair is in the next duo, a duo who I saw there last year actually, Amy Leach and Alistair Paul. I loved their music, really fantastic set, and I'm glad I'm going to get the chance to see them again. I played you quite a few tracks from their short album Six Sangs, and this one is Jamie Foyers, which is a rewritten version of a traditional song, which Ewan MacColl shifted from the story of the Peninsular War to the Spanish Civil War, honouring the many Clydesiders who gave their lives fighting fascism in the International Brigade. Amy Leach and Alistair Paul, Jamie Foyers.
Lies Foyers the brave, nae tombstone memorial shall hallow his grave, for his bones they lie scattered on the rude soil of Spain, and young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. He's gone frae the shipyard that stands on the Clyde, his hammer lies idle, his tools laid aside. To the wide broad river young Foyers is gane, to fight by the side o' the people o' Spain. There wasn't an equal at work or at play, he was strong in the Union till his dying day. He was grand at the football, at the dance he was braw, and young Jamie Foyers was the flute of them all. He's coming frae the shipyard, taking off his working clothes. Oh, I mind the time wheeling the long summer's days, saying, thinking along, lassie, I'll come back again. And young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. In the fight for Bell City, he was aye to the fore. I fought against till he couldn't effect more, for he lay out his machine gun with a bullet in his brain. And young Jamie Foyers in battle was slain. Spain, he died so that freedom and justice might reign. Remember young Foyers and others of worth, and don't let one fascist be left on this earth.
So that was Amy Leach and Alistair Paul, who I saw last year at Saltburn Folk Festival, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again this year. But continuing this thread, I was talking to Alistair Paul, complimenting on his very fine guitar playing, when we realised we had a mutual friend in Becky Hurst. And indeed, Becky was there with Alistair. So that gives me an excuse, as if I need one anyway, to play something by Berlin Jag, the band headed up by Becky, but also including Alistair, from their album Seamount that was released in 2016. And this track is Flitter Daunsey, which is the Flitter Dance and Ilium Taylor. Two traditional Manx tunes with a different twist. Also appearing at Saltburn Folk Festival is Emily Portman, whose singing I've enjoyed for a long time. She's actually appearing with the guitarist Louis Campbell, but here I'm going to play a song by her and Rob Harbron, who plays concertina and piano on this album. Time Was Away. The song is The Game of Cards.
Oh, as I went out walking one bright summer's morning, as I went out walking all on the highway, who should I meet but a rare pretty woman? She was walking and chattering all on the highway. For we both walked, we both talked a few miles together, till we came to some shady green tree. She sat down first and I sat myself beside her, and the game that we played, it was 1, 2, and 3. Cards, it was my turn to deal them. I dealt myself just one trump, was the jack. She had the ace and the deuce was to follow. They're known as the very best cards in the pack. Well, she dashed down the ace and she stole the jack from me. And that's what you call high-low jack and the game. She said there, my dear, will you own that I beat you? And then this same game we'll play over and over again. Bid her good morning. I bid her good morning again and again. I said there, my dear, I'll be this way tomorrow, and then this same game we'll play over again. Well, she picked herself up and she bid me good morning. She bid me good morning again and again. She said there, my dear, I'll be this way tomorrow, and then this same game we'll play over and over again.
I'm sure we could do a whole show of folk recordings that have birdsong at the end or the beginning and blend them all together. That way you wouldn't have to listen to me. I'll look into it. Also appearing at Saltburn Folk Festival are Nick Hart and Tom Moore. I've particularly enjoyed Nick Hart's albums, 9 English folk songs, etc. But this is from the duo album with Tom Moore, The Colour of Amber, and it's one of my favourite shanties. It's Bold Riley.
Our anchors away and our sails are all set. Bold Riley, oh Bold Riley, and the girls we are leaving will never forget. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my darling. Goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, goodbye, my sweetheart, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Cheer up, Mary Ellen, and don't look so glum. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, come White Stocking Day, I'll be drinking hot rum. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my darling, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, goodbye, my sweetheart, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. For the Bengal Bay. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, get heaving, my boys, it's one hell of a way. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my darling, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, goodbye, my sweetheart, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Oh, the rain, it rains all the day long. Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, and the northerly winds, they blow so strong. Bold Riley, oh, has gone away. Goodbye, my darling, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, Bold Riley, goodbye, my sweetheart, goodbye, my dear. Oh, Bold Riley, oh, has gone away.
Maddie Morris is a very interesting singer, songwriter and guitarist who has a lovely voice and is also appearing at Saltburn Folk Festival. I've already played you a couple of tracks from the album Skin. Here's another, A Bonny Bunch of Roses. And no, it's not that song about Napoleon Bonaparte, it's something completely different.
I went out for to buy
my love, a bonny bunch of roses, or for to leave them by her door, to find tomorrow morn. Although I can't tell if she knows the way my gardens love it grows, I hope she'll see the roses so as a sign of love forlorn. My darling rose bears a thorn. The first time that I met my love, a warmth it spread through all of me, a laughter soft and so refined, and eyes of deepest green. My love only speaks quietly, but oh, the words she'll choose to speak. She is in truth Calliope, her breath my poetry. But I wish she would see. The last time that I met my love, I begged her for to leave with me, to take a chance and start again, to leave Bedford behind. My love bloomed late like rosemary flowers in winter, planted like a seed. My invitation came too soon for my love to bear dark leaves. I hope she leaves with me. I went out for to buy my love a bonny bunch of roses, or for to leave them by her door, to find tomorrow morn. Instead of roses with sweet bluebells, have been better for to say farewell. For either way my love won't quell, and my train leaves in the morn.
There's lots of other great artists appearing at Saltburn Folk Festival, but I'm just going to play one more for you. And it's Martin Simpson. Really looking forward to seeing him again. It's the Martin Simpson Trio that are performing. That's Louis Campbell on guitar and the wonderful Liz Hanks on cello too. So that's going to be really interesting. But here's a track from Martin's album True Stories. As part of his tour supporting this album, he played at the Centenary Centre with a wonderful band. That included this pedal steel player, BJ Cole, Andy Cutting on accordion, and the always excellent Andy Seward on bass and Keith Angel on drums. It it was a great night. And the track I'm going to play for you off this album is called Will Atkinson, which is about the staggering harmonica player from the northeast of England, who is still playing his harmonica in hospital 2 days before his death at the age of 95.
Now I can tell you just exactly where I learned this tune. It was at Rosedon, and at the harvest supper Uncle Dodie played the fiddle there, and Billy played the box, and they laughed and drank and sang like there's no war on. I have shepherded these hills, I've been a rabbit catcher, and I've changed every road sign from Alnwick down to Craster, and I always loved to play and to watch the people dance. Why, in me youth I've cycled 30 miles to get the chance. Now me daddy was in Flanders fighting with the Fusiliers. Me and Mam were at the cottage till the telegram appeared. Then they give us 1 week's notice, there was little time for tears. Uncle Dodie, you know, he took us in at Rosedon. I have shepherded these hills, I've been a rabbit catcher, and I've changed every road sign from Alnwick down to Craster, and I always loved to play and to watch the people dance. Why, in me youth I've cycled 30 miles to get the chance. I can tell you just exactly where I learned this tune. It was at Rosedon, and at the harvest supper. I was just a boy of 8 then, and I hadn't learned to play, but I whistled it for Auntie, and we danced it the next day. All around the kitchen table there, we danced our cares away. All around the kitchen table there at Rosedon. I have shepherded these hills, I've been a rabbit catcher, I've changed every road sign from Alnwick down to Craster, and I always loved to play and to watch the people dance. Why, in me youth I've cycled 30 miles to get the chance, and I'd watch them as they'd rant, and I'd watch them as they'd twirl. Never once I thought these tunes would take me halfway round the world.
So moving away from Saltburn Folk Festival now, Billy Martin is a singer-songwriter. Not particularly folky, but she did use the name Martin in honour of John Martin, so that's no bad thing, even though she spells it differently, Marten. And she released an album last year called Dog-Eared, and from that album, this is a song called Planets.
Close your eyelids, kiss them soft, and keep the world there. Let them watch. You are like heaven when it's late
stars are all exploding. The moon is on its side. The waves have finished washing and sweeping up the tide. You feel like new bird, a treasure chest. No place for bluebird in your nest, but I'll take all the rest. The stars are all exploding. The moon is on its side. The waves have finished washing and sweeping up the tide. The pavement sweat, my feet are cold. You're reaching for my hand to hold, watching silver turn to gold, and I'll love you till I'm gray and old. The bar is closing. We shuffle off to bed. The devil and his angel composing in my head.
Well, that was very nice. That's Billy Martin. Going back to something more traditional, I played you a track from an Arcady album a few weeks ago. This is another one from that album, After the Ball. It's Tripping Down the Stairs. Let's have another track from Safe Travels, the great new album by Christina Alden and Alex Patterson. This one is 100 Years Ago.
The quiet of the morning, you came to me in the wake of a February storm. The light of the day came creeping in when the wind blew you in from the cold. The seas will rise to meet you, land will lay before you, and I was made to love you 100 years ago. The quiet of the morning, you came to me in the dark of these hospital walls, and I laughed a piece of myself back there, wrapped up in the needles and wires. The seas will rise to meet you, land will lay before you, and I was made to love you 100 years ago. Seas will rise to meet you, land will lay before you, and I was made to love you 100 years ago. Seas will rise to meet you, land will lay before you, and I was made to love you 100 years ago.
Another album that I played you a track by a few weeks ago was Harmonograph, the second album by False Lights, and I said I'd play another track from that. This is William Glenn.
It's of a ship and a ship of fame, launched off the stocks bound to sail the main, with 150 brisk young men, well picked and chosen everyone. And William Glenn was the captain's name. He was a fine and a tall young man, as fine as sailors sailed the sea, and we were bound for the new country. On the 1st of April we set sail, blessed with a fine and a prosperous gale, well-rigged, well-manned and fit for sea, with all of our whole ship's company. And we hadn't been a sailing a league or two, till all of our whole ship's jovial crew, they all fell sick but 63, as we were sailing to the new country. That night our captain, he had a dream, a voice came to him upon the wind: prepare yourself and your company, for tomorrow night you will lie with me. In a shivering fright, it being the 3rd watch of the night, and loud for the boatswain he did call, and to him told his secret told. For I have murdered, it is true, I killed a wife and a children too, and on a servant I laid the blame, and now we all must bear my shame. And it's of his ghost that I am afraid, that's come this night my life to take. So keep the secret within your breast, and pray to the Lord that he'll give you rest. And the winds they blew, the storm did rise, which did our sailors much surprise. The sea poured forth both fore and aft, until scarce one man on board was left. And the winds abated, and so did the sea, and we sailed safe to the new country.
I was talking to somebody about Bob Dylan recently and saying how when you saw him live it was a little bit difficult to know what you were going to get, but that his latest album, from 2020, Rough and Rowdy Ways, was one of his best albums ever. At least that's my opinion, and whoever it was I was talking to, sorry, I forget now, did agree with me on this point. So I'm going to play a song for you from it. It's quite a humorous song, actually, darkly humorous, shall we say. It's My Own Version of You.
All through the summers into January, I've been visiting morgues and monasteries, looking for the necessary body parts, limbs and livers and brains and hearts. I'll bring someone to life is what I want to do. I want to create my own version of you. Well, it must be the winter of my discontent. I wish you'd have taken me with you wherever you went. They talk all night and they talk all day. Not for a minute do I believe anything they say. I'll go bring someone to life, someone I've never seen. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I mean. I'll take the Scarface Pacino and the Godfather Brando, mix it up in a tank and get a robot commando. If I do it upright and put the head on straight, I'll be saved by the creature that I create. I'll get blood from a cactus, gunpowder from ice. I don't gamble with cards and I don't shoot no dice. Can you look at my face with your sightless eye? Can you cross your heart and hope to die? I'll bring someone to life, someone for real, someone who feels the way that I feel. I study Sanskrit and Arabic to improve my mind. I want to do things for the benefit of all mankind. I say to the willow tree, don't weep for me. I'm saying the hell to all things that it used to be. Well, I get into trouble, then I hit the wall. No place to turn, no place at all. I pick a number between a 1 and 2, and I ask myself, what would Julius Caesar do? I will bring someone to life, more ways than one. Don't matter how long it takes, it'll be done when it's done. I'm gonna make you play the piano like a Leon Russell, like Liberace, like St. John the Apostle. I'll play every number that I can play. I see you, baby, on Judgment Day. After midnight, if you still want to meet, I'll be at the Black Horse Tavern on Armageddon Street. 2 doors down, not fat far to walk. I'll hear your footsteps, you won't have to knock. I'll bring someone to life, balance the scales. I'm not gonna get involved in the insignificant details. You can bring it to St. Peter, you can bring it to Jerome, you can bring it all the way over, bring it all the way home. Bring it to the corner where the children play. You can bring it to me on a silver tray. I'll bring someone to life, spare no expense. Do it with decency and common sense. Can you tell me what it means to be or not to be? You won't get away with fooling me. Can you help me walk that moonlight mile? Can you give me the blessings of your smile? I'll bring someone to life, use all of my powers. Do it in the dark, in the wee small hours. I can see the history of the whole human race. It's all right there, it's carved into your face. Should I break it all down? Should I fall on my knees? Is the light at the end of the tunnel? Can you tell me, please? Stand over there by the cypress tree, where the Trojan women and children are sold into slavery, long before the first crusade. Way back for England or America made. Step right in to the burning hell, where some of the best known enemies of mankind dwell. Mr. Freud with his dreams, Mr. Marx with his axe. See the rawhide lass rip the skin from their backs. Got the right spirit, you can feel it, you can hear it. You've got what they call the immortal spirit. You can feel it all night, you can feel it in the morn. It creeps in your body the day you are born. One strike of lightning is all that I need, and a blast of electricity that runs at top speed. Show me your ribs, I'll stick in the knife. Gonna jumpstart my creation to life. I wanna bring someone to life, turn back the years. Do it with laughter and do it with tears.
Wonderful Bob Dylan, the modern Frankenstein. Discuss. Well, folk and roots music happening on the Isle of Man this week. As far as I'm aware, the usual sessions, etc. So that'll be O'Donnell's on Wednesday night, the Mitre on Friday night, and check social media for the Sunday afternoon session. The Folk Club in Ramsey on Thursday evening. Oh, and singer-songwriter Joe Martin, who's recently moved to the island, is performing the music of James Taylor at the Centenary Centre on Saturday night. So just a short final track from me. This is from an album called Bluegrass Tracks by Andy Statman, and it's called Bile M. Cabbage Down. Lovely. It also features the great bluegrass musician Tim O'Brien. I'll be back next week to play more folk and roots music from the Isle of Man from all around the world, and I hope you'll join me then.
Possum in a cemetery, raccoon on the ground. Raccoon said, "You son of a gun, shake some Simmons down. Bow them cabbage down, bake them hook eggs brown. The only thing I ever sing is bow them cabbage down." Met a possum in the road, blind as he could be. Jumped the fence and whipped my dog, bristled up at me.